Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Following from last week, we went through the part 4, working with the database, following the Microsoft official tutorial of ASP.NET Core 2.2. Now, continue with that, we're going to go through update the pages, this part 5. What we'll do is we'll just follow this documentation. Let's start with movies.cs. In the previous tutorials, we have scaffolded a movie app. That's a very good start. However, the presentation isn't super ideal. What do I mean by that? Let's take a look. I have cleared this. Let's start our app. It's going to, okay, now it started. Let's refresh the page. Okay, here we go. And then after that, let's go to Movies tab. You see, what I mean by not super ideal of the presentation is, for example, release date. This is one word, it's connected, but in reality, of course, it's two words, should be separated by a space, right? How can we make the presentation look nicer? We can add this line, which is display name equals release date. There is a space in between of these two words. And also, we can specify the type, all of the requirements for this field called price. It's going to be a decimal 18,2. Now, let's stop the app and rerun it. Should be starting in any minute. Okay, now it started. Let's see, before we refresh the page, we see this is one word. Now let's refresh the page. Nice. So now it's separated into two words. Also, as I specified here, price is going to follow exactly how we specified it. Is going to be following 18. There are like 18 digits before the comma and 2 digits after the comma. So that's how we specify the format for price. These data annotations will be covered in the next tutorial, but here we'll just briefly go through something. The display attribute here, the display attribute specifies what to display for the name of the field. For example, although it's release date here, we specify the name to be displayed in the front end to make it look really nicer and more ideal. And the data type here is the attribute that specifies the type of the data. In this case, it's going to be date, which means the time information stored in the field isn't going to be displayed. As easy as that. Then let's go back to this page. If we hover your mouse over on Edit, you can see at the bottom left of my screen, you can see the target URL. Actually, not only edit, but also details and delete. You can focus on the bottom left of my screen. You can see all of those pages, all of those target links, target URLs, where this is kind of like magic, but where do we have them defined? That's actually defined in pages, movies, index.cs HTML. Oops, what did I do? Okay, it's actually defined here. All of these. These tag helpers enable server-side code to participate in creating and rendering HTML elements in Razor files. In this code, the anchored tag helper dynamically generates the HTML href attribute value from the Razor page. The route is relative. And the ASP page, and the route ID, ASP route ID. What does that mean? Let's quickly go view the source, view page source. If we see the page source, you can see here. All of these not added edit, details, and delete, they are all automatically generated by the code we just saw here. And one more thing we can do is if we update the edit, where is edit.cs? If we update this page to be something like this, id:'int route template. Let's update, this is edit.cs HTML, then let's update details.cs HTML, and then let's update delete.cs HTML page. Now we can stop the app and restart it. It's going to start in a very few quick seconds. Alright, now it started. Let's go back to the page, close this, and refresh this. Now I hover over my cursor, my mouse to here. You can see at the bottom left, it's edit/1 without ID, right? One thing to note is that a request to the page with id:'int route, if that ID does not include, if the route template does not include the integer, that's going to return an HTTP 404 error. Another way to lose the requirement is we can make this ID to be optional. How we can do that is to add a question mark at the end of this int and also add it. This will make the ID to be optional. Next, we're going to talk about posting and binding review. Let's open up edit.cs html.cs, this C# code. When we refresh the page or open the page, an HTTP GET request is made to the, for example, if we click edit, right, it's going to come here. It's going to come to edit.cs html.cs page. In the onGetAsync, this method fetches the movie from the database and returns the page result. The page renders this page object renders this it renders this ReleasePagesMovie.pages.movies.edit model, which makes the movie model available on the page. Then the edit form is displayed with the values from the movie. Let's see. If we hover over our mouse here, edit, you see at the bottom left there is a target link, and if we click this, it's refreshing. This post form page is displayed. How that works is just what we just went through from the code. This onGetAsync, it retrieves the information from the database and returns this page. This page is defined here. Very easy and straightforward to understand. And when we post something here, say we added this to be something else, the values on the pages are bound to the movie property. Let's go back to the code. It is here. There's bind property. The bind property enables a model binding. This is something that, of course, we can go into details or we can go through the documentation. So if there are errors in the model state, for example, release date cannot be converted to a date, or the form or something else, the form is displayed with the submitted value. And if there are no model errors, the movie is going to be updated. It's going to be saved in your local database. The HTTP GET methods in index, in create, in delete, and details, they follow the same pattern. And the HTTP post here onPost async method in the create eraser page follows a similar pattern to onPost async method in the add eraser page. That's all about this model. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please leave me a thumbs up or hit like and subscribe to our channel. More exciting content is coming on the way. And also, if you have any questions, comments, asks, please leave me a comment feedback at the end of the tutorial. We would really appreciate your input. Thanks very much, and see you guys in the next tutorial.